So hi, welcome to Noise Podcast. I'm Shane,
I'm Glory.
and we're here with,
Trip Carter, what's up?
and we're asking some questions today about his new album, Slim Tripper 2. So congrats on that, by the way. How do you feel about the response to it so far?
I feel great, man. It's good to get a project out. It's been a year since my last one. I'm excited about the vibes.
Hell yeah.
Hell
It
yeah.
fucking slaps. The vibes
Oh,
are there.
The
It's so
The
groovy.
vibes are immaculate.
Yeah, it is so groovy.
vibes are vibing. I appreciate y'all for real.
Hell yeah.
Sure. So, is there any meaning behind the album title or cover art?
So Slim Tripper is kind of like my alter whatever ego type thing, and I like to put out a little slice of life once a year or so. So like the Slim Tripper series is kind of just like it's just that like a little slim bit of Tripper. You know what I mean? Just a little EP people to
Mhm.
check out.
All right.
Gotcha.
And any meaning
The
behind
cover art.
Yeah, cover art.
The artwork was more so I just wanted to have a fly picture on some orange with me holding my bass because I don't have my bass on any of my artwork. So that was the main thing I wanted to get across there, that I play bass. And
All right. I think it comes through in the music as well.
I hope so.
So could you tell us a little bit about your writing process for this album?
So this is the first album where I really like let the bass shine. So I wrote a lot starting on the bass and just like making sure I had fly bass lines and little licks and stuff like that. I was like I said, I was really trying to make sure my brand was coming across as like the bass player rapper thing now. So
Mhm.
that was where I was writing, mostly just starting on the bass and then going from there, making a beat.
All right. So you said like this is the first record where you kind of wrote all the songs kind of started on bass. So what were you starting on before this record?
So the last Slim Tripper project I wrote on guitar a lot. And then before that I wasn't really producing at all. I was just like getting beats and all that stuff. But now I think I can produce, so I started doing all that.
All right.
Yeah. Love that. So, what song off this album took longest to write, and which one is your personal favorite?
Took the longest to write. I guess that would be Mindless, the first track. I really like took my time with that one. Wanted to curate, you know, the whole vibe of the project. So is the opener. So I spent a lot of time writing that one. My personal favorite is Free Tripper, which is the closer. Um, it's just like it's just me and slap bass doing my thing. I love that one.
Oh yeah, good
Perfect.
pick.
Mhm.
So how did the track list for your album come about? Did you write the opener be the opener, closer be a closer? Did you shuffle around and see what fits? What was that process like?
I usually take a long time with the track list, but as far as the opener and the closer, I pretty much knew after I made them that they were going to be like, I didn't go into them making it, but then once the demo was done, I was like, oh, this is definitely an album opener and this is definitely an album closer.
All right. You said you spend a lot of time with the track list. Like, did you spend a lot of time curating this one as well?
Yeah, I'm always reordering and like playing it in different ways, sending it to my really like one of my best friends I send all my shit to. So I just like go back and forth, like, how does this sound? Send it to my manager. How does this sound? I definitely take my time with the track list.
Mhm.
Do you go like for flow, like for vibe? What's like the main thing for you when you're putting together the track list?
I mean, I definitely care about the flow and vibe a lot. I do feel like in this day and age, people don't really listen to whole albums or care. Like I remember talking to somebody who was like, "Oh, you listen to albums in order? Like that's weird. I just press shuffle immediately." And I'm like,
Fuck
"What?"
that.
Oh,
Ugh.
that's awful.
Ugh. It's a sin.
Yeah.
So yeah, I care about the flow. I also want to like put the songs I think are gonna do best towards the front because I know a lot of people don't make it through a project from somebody like a new artist to
Mhm.
them. So I try to get the bangers up top, you know what I mean?
Fair
Try
enough.
to hook him in.
Well, you're talking to two full album listeners right now.
Yes.
Pressing shuffle on a record is fucked up.
Oh my
I
God.
yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Illegal. Goddamn. So, would you be able to tell us where your headspace is at while you were creating this record?
So a lot of this record came about in the early part of this year and the end of last year. So it was kind of like things were starting to kind of get back to normal after COVID, I guess, not all the way, but I was kind of like thinking about, we're about to start going out again. People start
Yeah.
doing their things. So that was really where I was at. I was like finally getting back in the flow of things, finding inspiration in nightlife and experiences outside of just my fucking house, which is what the last Slim Tripper project was like all through the pandemic, just like trying to find inspiration within these four walls. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Did you think that then your writing process was like easier since like it was so easy to find inspiration versus the first project where like you were confined kind of to your house?
It's different. The writing process was a little different with this one just because I started like building a TikTok following, and I started having to focus on trying to find time to write and also like make fucking videos and try and go viral all the time. So that was one thing that became a little bit more difficult with this project. I was also really, really trying to, be picky about, the bass lines and finding a way to like make my shit sound cohesive, but also have like real bass and like, but also make it bang. So it was kind of harder because I felt I was trying to do something newer for me, create
Yeah.
a unique vibe
Mhm.
in that sense.
Sure.
I've been saying vibe a lot. I feel like I should stop saying that.
It's a good word.
Yeah.
You could use it.
It's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
I just want to touch on the TikTok thing. So as you said, you're trying to balance basically making music and also curating content for your followers. How do
Yeah.
you manage to balance that if you are able to balance that?
It's been a journey,
Mhm.
for sure. I think I'm getting it was really tough because I just got off of a tour. So that was like super hard to do all three of those things at
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
time. Because I also dropped the first couple singles of the album while I was on tour. But now that I'm home, I'm kind of getting a schedule where I'll be like, okay, TikToks, these days, and then I'll write at night, or I'll have a day where I'm gonna just chill and write. So I'm kind of getting better at it, but it is
Mhm.
stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exhausting, I can assume. Like,
Super exhausting.
yeah.
Please don't burn yourself out.
Please.
I I am trying to be very wary of that and take days just for myself to chill and all that kind of stuff too. So
Hell
I
yeah.
appreciate y'all looking out for my mental health.
Of
Oh, yeah.
course. Always.
So how do you recommend your fans to listen to this album for the first time? You said you were in the car with friends in the dark with headphones on. Is workout album, party album? What do you personally recommend?
It's definitely a nighttime album. It's kind of a party album. There are some lower moments, but I think at a party is great, honestly, because we had a release party and I played it for like a lot of people hadn't heard it they're hearing it for the first time, and I played it at this bar and it was just like super lit. So I do feel like nighttime with friends having a good time is definitely the vibe.
Oh yeah.
Love it. So this one should be super, super quick off the top of your head. I want you to describe this album for new listeners in 3 words. No more, no less.
Oh, can I say this shit slaps?
Yes. You can. You can. You want to lock that in?
Let's lock that in. Fuck it.
All right, let's do it. So in that same train of thought, is there a certain feeling or emotion you want listeners to have while going through the album?
I think I just want people to feel something, whether that's, having a good time or like, some of the lyrics, like if you like listen are a little bit darker but just like feeling something to the music, whether it's just relating or just like, shit, this makes me want to go out tonight or have a good time. That's
Yeah.
the thing. Just feel something.
All right,
Yeah.
I like that.
Good answer. So what is your favorite memory that you made while creating this album?
Oh, favorite memory while creating the album.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think it was like it's always when I get a beat sounding how I want it to sound. I think when I was making the West Side Live beat, um, I just was like, oh yeah, this is it. And it was one of the last songs I made, and I may have been a little stoned and drinking a little bit of red wine late at night, and that moment when I finally like found the exact sonic of the melodies, I was like, oh yeah, this is it. And now I remember being like so hyped and just being in a great headspace at that moment.
Hell yeah.
But
That's awesome. So picture this: you're on tour, you're at a gas station for a rest stop. What is your snack of choice?
I'm a big salt and vinegar chip guy.
So
You
true.
know, popcorn, hot Cheeto popcorn is another
Ooh,
one.
that's a good one.
Oh, it's incredible, and baked hot Cheetos are underrated, but that's my favorite too.
Okay.
Baked hot Cheetos. I've never seen that in my life.
Yeah, they only have. I mean, they have it. You just have to look for it. You know how they have
Yeah.
the baked Lays and the baked whatever, like the
Mhm.
baked Cheetos. They go crazy.
Corey, those just might not make it to Virginia.
Okay, man. Why you have to throw a shot at Virginia?
Damn,
Come
just
on, dude.
BA.
I'm
Are
just
you
trying to
guys
live.
not?
All right.
Are you guys not in the same place?
No,
No.
he's in New Jersey. I'm in Virginia.
Oh wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that far from each other though, right?
It's
Still
like
on the
what,
East
9
Coast.
hours?
Yeah, still on the East Coast, just different states. Yeah.
Yeah.
9 hours. Dude. I thought it was way closer than that.
No, it's far, man. Yeah, it's crazy. So on the topic of food, if your project was a dish, what dish would your project be and why?
Oh man. Probably like a strong ass Bloody Mary, like just
Ooh.
like you're like a little bit hungover, like hair of the dog, but tastes really good,
Mhm.
good food, and also give you a little light buzz.
There you
All
go.
right.
Perfect.
So for the last couple of questions, we're going to shift completely away from music and go straight to death row.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Probably like a fillet and shrimp with
Ooh.
a nice cab, like wine.
Okay.
hmm
Fancy.
You know,
So
classic.
surf and turf.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Surf and turf is the way. Yes.
for sure. Yeah, I'm
Wait,
not a fan of shrimp.
what is you guys' answer to that question?
Oh, you
Well,
can go first because I actually have to redo mine.
okay. I do spaghetti marinara with an ice. I put lots of ice with the Sprite cranberry.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah, the Sprite cranberry.
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
fire.
God. I don't know. I'm really liking this Thai coconut soup right now from this local restaurant near me.
That's-
It's really good with tofu instead of chicken.
Oh,
It's the way
wow.
to go. Yeah.
That's a fire.
And
Yeah.
drink. I don't know. I'll probably still stick with the what is it, taro boba. I really like those.
Can't go wrong with boba.
No, not at all.
Oh yeah.
So if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
I was thinking like I was talking about this the other day. I think it would be fire to like live in the Matrix for a week, even
okay.
though we might be living in the Matrix. Who knows if this is
Yeah.
all a simulation? But
Yeah.
I think like being in the Matrix, knowing you're in the Matrix, and just like catching it, doing whatever you're trying to do. Like
Exactly.
eating good, living good, flying around and shit. Like I don't know,
Dodging all the bullets.
dodging bullets,
Pretty
getting
cool.
in gunfights. Sounds fun.
It would be pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I have on asking the last question, and every single person that we've spoken to have said that it is the most important question. What's your favorite color?
Growing up it was like red, but now I'm thinking as an adult, like purple.
Ooh. Oh, well.
That's a good color.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you guys?
Also purple.
Yellow.
Purple and yellow, Lakers color.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Love the Lakers. That's good.
So as I said, that's all the questions you have today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Just check me out on social media, Trip Carter, at Trip Carter, on TikTok, at Slim Tripper, and go listen to Slim Tripper 2. It's out right now.
Hell
Hell
yeah. Well, thank you for now. This has been Trip Carter, and we have been the Good Noise Podcast.